I think it's really interesting that you've graduated from MS Ramaya, because MS Ramaya has a thriving culture of design over the last 10, 12 years. So it's got an immensely popular design program. So I'm just really interested to connect those two threads and ask, what are some lessons that you've learned uh, actually marrying, deep technical expertise with solving human-centric problems in something as complex and as human as healthcare.
Right. So the first and the most important thing we learned is to keep things simple. We sometimes make fantastically complicated systems which promise to do enormous things, but eventually at the end of the day, you find users struggling and people struggling to prove the outcome. So the first thing is we used to recruit young volunteers, 18, 19 years old, people who will give you only a little amount of time. Even they should feel interested in using this technology. When you substitute a process with a technical process, it's not the primary user, the person who's facing technology, should have not just comfort but excitement to use it. And that comes with simplicity, that comes with keeping in mind that this persona or this person should directly and right then benefit from using something which people may think is complicated. So keeping it simple was one of the very important lessons we learned early on. Second thing, what we learned is we adopted this cloud-hosted software systems logic at a very early stage. And that is again because we wanted information to be made available to people wherever they needed it, rather than people having to come and struggle to find what they need. So we've been mobile first now for what, 15 years. And of course, the third thing that is very critical is you cannot build a system today and expect it to work for a long time. That's not how the world works. So whatever you build, it has to have the innate capability to take the shape and form of your work. As you change rules, as you decide what you want to do, the system should adapt. So we never really had a release system which would give you one or two or three releases only. We've always had systems which very quickly adapt to the changes in the real world. Once you put these three things together, really, and this is something we learned after having gone through uh, major transitions from paper to software systems, then you have users who are excited from day one, and they become the people who come back saying what they need. And then everything that you are offering from technology becomes relevant and useful immediately.